Good morning. This video that I'm about to do, it's not gonna be an easy thing. Issue I was having is with a door blend actuator on a driver's side. To give you a little bit of a background, about a year or 2 years ago, I had an issue with temperature. From what I remember, you would go on cool, let's say 70 degrees, and the air would still blow kind of warm, not cold. So what I end up doing is removing blend door actuator, clean all the connections inside, put some grease on it, and it worked fairly well for probably a month or so. But then I noticed that the heater, if it's cold outside, the heater didn't work. I just had no hot air blowing through. But AC, cold air was working great, and I live in Florida, so it didn't bother me. But just started probably a couple of weeks ago. When I go to 70 degrees, now I have exact same issue where it's not blowing cold air. And also when I go to like 78, now I feel hot air. Again, before, a year ago, I didn't have hot air. So it makes me believe that again issue with a blend door actuator. Now, I don't want to take it apart, clean it again, because I don't know how long it's gonna last. Some good news, blend door actuator used to cost about 150, so that's why I didn't really wanna buy a replacement. Now Amazon has an aftermarket for just 50 bucks. And here's that aftermarket piece. I bought it for 50 bucks. And in this video I'll show you how to remove and replace blend door actuator. Now removal, reinstallation, it's not easy just because it's very tough to reach there. Just as example, I was shooting video of how to remove it and replace it and clean it a year or two ago. But in the middle of it, I just got so tired, so pissed off doing it that I just canceled making the video. So I'll try to do this time. Hopefully I'm not gonna get too pissed off and stop recording. Hopefully I'll be able to get through it. It's not an easy job just because it's very tough to reach there. And that's even more worse if you have to record it and do the removal and installation. But that's why I'm here. Hopefully this video is gonna be helpful for you. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove a couple bolts. One here, one there. You can see one here, I think. And there could be more, but let's try with that. And I'm using 7mm socket. Three bolts out. There is something else holding it, so there is bolt somewhere else. By the way, it's a good idea to have some kind of mat here because that's where you'll be on your knees while you're trying to remove it. Gonna take this out just so that it's not in the way. Gotta find, I think there's one more screw somewhere. Again, it's very tough to get a good angle. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. I just found where that last screw bolt is, and it's very tough to get a good angle to show you, but it's like, it's over there. Let me see if I'll be able to reach with the ratchet there. Like I say, for this job, I think you need a lot of extensions. Think it's in. There you go. Gonna keep doing it, make sure it's out. Okay. Let's see if it will come out. Nice. So here's what I used to get it out. And what I did is I put the ratchet like before this on the left, behind it, and from there all the way there. Here's the cover. So this one easy to take off, this one's easy to take off. This one's the toughest one. Just to show you here what we took off. One of the screws we took earlier was this one, which it doesn't matter that we did it before or not, but that's part of the door actuator. but the ones we took off also is this one, the easy one, this one easy one, and this one the toughest one. Okay, now let's get to removing the actual blind actuator. Hopefully it's gonna be a lot easier. Before removing other screws, I'll remove the connector, push on it from other side, and it should slide out easily. That other side, you push on this. And I believe we removed one, there should be just 3 more screws or bolts. Or maybe 2 more, we'll see. Let's remove this one first. And I think there's one more over here. And it's out. Let's see if I'll be able to take this out now. Yep. The metal one goes to the black one, and plastic one goes to the white one. As I always like to do, I'm gonna compare them, make sure they're identical. And it looks like they are, even that resting position. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that or not, but the resting position is exact same, so it should be fairly easy to put it in. The original one, it is original. Look at the Denso brand. And obviously this one's aftermarket. Okay, let's put this in. As I say, plastic. Well, this one actually has 2 plastics, one, but yeah, I just checked. One of them is a little bit wider. It's not gonna go to the black one because it's too wide for it. So you're not gonna be able to put them in the wrong way anyway. But it goes like this, connectors at the bottom, and the bigger, wider one goes to the white, and the skinnier one goes to the black. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold this like this, and I'm gonna just hand tight one of them, one of the bolts, and I should be able to do the second one as well. I'm gonna secure at least one of them. The reason I'm still holding the actuator is I don't want those plastic connections or plastic tabs in the back to fall out of the bracket. Okay, one of them is in. Gonna do one more. Okay, good. Now we don't have to hold the actuator, we can just work on putting the rest of the bolts in. And for this one there is just one more in the back. I'm already pissed. Like I say, it's very tough to reach all those screws, bolts, whatever. So it takes time. Try to do it when you have whole day for the job, just in case, because it is aggravating. Okay, I'm gonna do the final one over there. I can't see what I'm doing, it's just by feeling. Think I got it. Okay, 3 bolts are in for the actuator. And now I'm gonna put this connector in. The push side, the one with the button, goes on inside. And that's it, just for this part. Connector, 1 bolt, second, and the third, hopefully you see it. And the plastic things I was telling you about before, still connected, still good. That's one of them. Another one is gonna be tough too. Let's see. There you go. Other one is still connected, so we're good. Now we're gonna put this one in. The way I like to do it is first I'm gonna secure this one and this one because they're easy to get to, and the last one gonna be this one. Now if you want to, you can just not put anything in that one. I don't think that'd be an issue, but I prefer to get it all completely done, even though if I ever have to remove it again, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Well, let's see. As with door actuator, I'm gonna start by hand tightening just one of the bolts. Let me know in comments if it's a screw or bolt. I always get those confused. I think either way is good enough as far as terminology goes. This one's good. If only all bolts were that easy to get to. Most of the bolts are fairly easy to get to, except that one on here on the north side. Okay, so those all are in except that one, the last one, the toughest one. Let's see if I'll be able to hand tighten it first. Gonna move camera a bit further away. Probably can't really see anything because of my arm, but I think I got it in. Just a little bit, it hand tighten it. Now I should be able to put the ratchet in. Okay, I'll do another overview. Hopefully it will work. So that's one bolt I put in, another one, and the final one is right there. Hopefully you can see it. Now we're gonna have to put this one in. Should be fairly easy. This goes on that side and this one just plugs in on this one. I'll show you in a minute. Plugged in here, there and there. Now I can kind of show you. Plugged in here and there. And attached to this piece. It was actually a lot easier than I expected. Last time I struggled a bit longer. Just make sure you have probably quarter inch ratchet, because the bigger one you'll have, it'll be tougher to get there. Make sure you have enough extensions. And let's see, make sure it's working now. 67, and I actually feel cold AC, so that definitely was the issue. And I'm gonna check, make sure heater is working. Well, that definitely works. Now I have good working AC. Like I said, this blend door actuator was only about 50 bucks on Amazon. I'll give you a link in description. You can purchase it there if you want. If you have any questions, leave comments. Also, if you changed the actuator, let me know in comments how it went. Was it tough? Do you regret doing it yourself or not? And if you have any questions, let me know. Subscribe, I'll have a lot more cool videos coming up. And thanks for watching. See you next time.